Oh
Maybe we'll
man.
give Draymond Green the max because
Oh,
you know what I
Maybe.
mean.
Maybe that'll
You feel
probably
like
help.
Draymond's a max player?
Draymond Green, I think he's a max player.
Huh?
I think he's a max player for Golden State.
Mm.
I don't think he's a max player. I think he
In the
could
NBA,
demand that contract from Golden State.
yeah.
If he was, reports were saying that he's okay with openly shopping around, which I
Hmm.
think all players should do. If he was to shop around, he would see that he's not max. People are not just going to pay a max for Draymond.
Hmm.
But Golden State 100% should pay a max for Draymond. I don't think you can replace him with anyone else in the league. He does everything for them. He's the reason that system looks the way it does.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, but I wouldn't give him the max if I was the GM. I wouldn't.
If you were the GM of the Warriors, you saying?
If I could afford it, I don't know. Golden State runs on a different budget. Whatever
right.
NBA.
Yeah, it's so mad at
They're
them.
trying to change
I gotta
rules.
research that story a little bit because they're
They're
so
trying to
mad at
change
that with
rules
whatever
about
they're doing.
What you got, Chris? Who
rules about salary cap.
I'd have to agree with Tony. I feel like if I'm Golden State, I would do it. I mean, he
Hmm.
has been a part of their 4 championships. I feel like he is like the glue for that team. I feel like some people take for granted, like, and they say like it's so easy to replace him, but
Yeah.
it's not. Draymond thinks the game differently from other players. Like he knows, like they have better chemistry. He knows their habits. He knows the sets. Like
Very important.
he's smart. He knows how to outthink people, and it doesn't show up on paper, but he does it on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's so many things that he does that just don't show up on the stat sheet,
Hmm.
and people don't give him enough credit for the things that he does that doesn't show up there. So I feel like it'll be extremely hard to replace a Draymond Green and think that somebody could bring the same heart and intensity that he brings to that team night in and night out.
So you paying $50 million for that?
It's 41.
41?
I would think it was. I think that's what he wanted. I think he wanted his
41 a
extension
year.
to be. It was 41 a year.
I was saying you paying.
Jesus Christ.
You feel like he's worth that? That's a lot of money.
But again, for Golden State, yes.
For Golden State, he's worth it.
For Golden State, yes, he's worth it to keep that core and chemistry together and that ship going.
Mhm.
Yes, he's worth it.
I mean,
he is well worth it
Draymond
because
Green,
you don't. Let's say you don't give it to him.
right?
You lose Draymond.
Right.
Then what?
I mean,
Got 4 rings.
you're not getting the fifth for the sixth one.
Right?
It-
Exactly.
It'll be
Exactly.
hard. I wouldn't say not getting it. I'm saying it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be extremely
It'll be
hard.
extremely hard.
Extremely hard.
Dang.
It'll be extremely hard
Extremely hard.
for them to
It's-
turn
it's-
around and get that.
It's hard to find
Only-
players that are willing to go out there and do things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
Draymond is willing to do that. He's willing.
He got
don't
one more
care.
year, right? He got
He
one
doesn't
more year.
care
right?
about going out there and scoring 20 points.
Does he have one
If
more
he
year?
has a wide open, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I know it's
It
an
has to be
extension.
because they would have been
though.
yeah.
It's an
'Cause they would have
extension.
been talking about. They would have been talking about it.
Mm.
So
But if
The
he's
only-
out there with an open jump shot, there's not a lot of people that's gonna pass up that open jump shot to give it to somebody else. He's gonna
It's
do
not. And it's gonna be a swing pass to the corner to go get a bucket.
that. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yep.
he's one of those guys. He's willing to go out there and do the dirty work.
Yep. I agree. Draymond Green, they killing you on the media circuit, my brother, but I truly believe that you one of my favorite players. Draymond Green, one of my favorite players. All right, let me rephrase that. In the current NBA right now, he's my favorite player. The way he impacts the game on both ends of the floor without even having to touch the ball I think it's underappreciated amongst fans, I would say.
Absolutely.
Draymond Green locked up Joker. I think he locked up the MVP this year to help them advance. Like I was watching that series closely, and I was like, "This is amazing basketball." Joker just looked out of character playing against Draymond.
Joker's out of shape. He's out of shape. He is definitely out of shape.
Yeah, he's probably out of shape.
He's definitely out of shape doing all that. That's why he's most skillful big. But I personally don't think that he's a max player. But to 29 teams, he is not a max player. But to the Golden State Warriors, it sucks that he has to put him in at this position because they gotta pay him that money. They're not the only player that can do what he does at that level. Is LeBron James, and they can forget about LeBron James. The only person in my mind that could replace Draymond in that position, and they're not getting him, so they're gonna have to get the next best player, which is Draymond, and pay him what he asked for. But if he's not getting nothing after this. He deserves it. He's in
his 15-16 season.
Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah, he's not getting a penny from them. Not a vet minimum, not nothing. Not anything after this. They're going to give it to him, and he deserves it. But they are mad that they have to pay him that.
That's hilarious.
Because he deserves it. He deserves it.
All right, man. Let's get to
something that I love about that is he mentioned LeBron, right? You know the similarity between LeBron and Draymond Green?
Only the mental.
The agent's name is Rich Paul. The agent's name is Rich Paul. And if you know anything about Rich Paul gets his players paid. Draymond Green to get his match contract. I promise you that. I promise.
Yo, if Rich Paul pulls it off, he's the best. He's the best.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt.
He gonna get him more.
His track record's amazing.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Get him more.
It wouldn't be the
first time. It would not be the first time.